The open source AI revolution isn't just happening in labs. Developers are now training sophisticated text to speech models on single GPUs for under $100. And Sopro TTS is one perfect example of what's possible on a shoestring budget. Created by Samuel Vittorino as a side project, Sopro is a lightweight 135 million parameter English TTS model that punches well above its weight class. Though there are a lot of limitations are there, especially when it comes to voice cloning, it really goes begging. But as far as TTS is concerned, I think it's a great effort. The reason why I cover these projects is that someone would get inspiration out of it, and they would go out and experiment with these models and cover it. If you are building any such project or have built it, share it with me in the comments. I'm happy to cover it off. Now the thing about this one is, as I said, it's a lightweight. If you check out its Hugging Face card and GitHub repo, it has achieved impressively fast performance with 0.05 real-time factor on CPU, which means that it generates around 32 seconds of audio in under 2 seconds. Let's check it out. I will also say a few lines on its unconventional architecture, but that is for the later part. I'm going to use this Ubuntu system. I will be running it on CPU, but if you're looking to rent a CPU or GPU or VM on very affordable price, you can find the link to Best Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs. So please do check them out. Okay, next up, I'm just going to create this virtual environment with Conda. It is not mandatory, but highly advisable. You can even use UV virtual environment or any Python virtual environment. Next up, let's git clone the repo, and I will drop the link in video's description. That is done. And now let's install all the prerequisites from the root of the repo. It also has got a CLI, but first I want to try out their web demo because that would be easier to present. So let's install the requirements for it. And now let's launch the web server with UVCon, which supports the ASGI applications. It is going to run on our local host at port 8000. Okay, so you see these are the problems with these open source projects. We installed it from the source, but it didn't do anything. Now the one thing you would need to do here, you would need to first scratch your head and then go through their GitHub repo and make sure that you run it from their pip package. So let me run this. So I'm just going to run this pip package where I'm just going to use the pip, and that is done. Let me also add it into my path. And for the path, all I'm going to do is to just set up this Python path. And after that, you can see that it is now downloading the model, which is quite a small model, 385 million parameters, and it has started running on my local host at port 8000. I will let it run and then open it in the browser. Okay, so this is our web demo running on localhost, and it is all running on CPU. I just want to first check if it generates without any reference audio or not. No, it needs a reference audio. So I'm just going to upload an audio. Okay, so it is, I have uploaded it. Let me play it for you, the reference audio.
Happiness is a fleeting feeling that can be found in life's simplest moments. A warm conversation with a loved one, a beautiful sun.
So you know the voice. Let's generate it. It is streaming.
Like the video, subscribe to channel, and become a member Java K Long Light open source.
Let me play again. Maybe I will download it and run it in the browser because I'm accessing it remotely. Sometimes this remote connection I have an issue. So let me play the WAV file in the browser on my local system.
To channel, and become a member Java K Long Light open source. Like the video, subscribe to channel, and become a member Java K Long Light open source.
So you see, it's not perfect. Towards the end, it just fizzled out. But the good thing is that in this case, the voice cloning worked. But I have seen that if the voice quality is not good, it struggles. So if you're looking for, I guess, for a clone for a good voice quality audio, this might be a good choice which runs on CPU. Let me now try it out on one of my own audio, which is not a good quality audio. Let me play it for you. Joy is found in simple moments of gratitude, and true contentment comes when we truly value the small blessings we already have in life. And I'm going to turn on the streaming here. Let's generate.
Like W2, subscribe to channel and become a member coded .he long live open source.
So you see, not only the voice, the cloning is terrible, but also this TTS is not good enough. So it means that as long as your video audio quality is good and you have a simple sentence like this, it will work fine. Let's try one last attempt. So this time, just to end on the high note, I have selected a good quality video. Let me play it.
Although the campaign was not a complete success, it did provide Napoleon with valuable experience and prestige.
Okay, so now let me play this, and I'm just going to go with one sentence.
Like the video, subscribe to channel and become a member.
So you see, one sentence, good quality audio works good. Now, as I said earlier, just a few lines on one of its unconventional architecture. So instead of using a typical transformer design, it uses dilated convolution inspired by WaveNet combined with lightweight cross attention layers, which results in a compact model that supports streaming zero shot voice cloning from just 3 to 12 seconds of reference audio, as we just saw, and then it reaches first audio latency of just 250 millisecond, which is quite a good thing, especially if you're looking to build a pipeline for voice AI. Maybe just for a high quality good audio, you can use it, because that one thing I really liked about it is that streaming is quite good, latency is quite low. But in all fairness, the creator has also openly admitted that it is not state of the art and can be inconsistent, but it does show that the barrier to entry for building capable AI models has dropped dramatically. You no longer need massive data sets, huge compute clusters, or even corporate backing to create tools that actually work. I would say you won't even need something like Y Combinator to create these sort of tools. That's it. Again, just wanted to acknowledge the open source contributions. That's about it. If you're building something, please share it in the comments. Always happy to give people a shout out. Please like the video and subscribe, and consider becoming a member. Please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates without any hype. Thank you for all the support.